the importance of treating a slut like a slut, right? And treating women to who they are accordingly. Now, when I say this, I do not mean whatsoever that you mistreat women or that you disrespect women or that you rude and mean to people. This is not what I mean when I say that. What I mean is the lifestyle that a woman is living, what she's presenting to you, that's how she wants to be treated. You understand? And what happens is a lot of guys treat women differently, and then the woman end up either being turned off, rejecting them, or using them or resenting them, because a lot of guys, they get a woman and she's living a certain type of way, and a guy starts treating her better than she deserves. And I don't mean disrespectful. When a man starts treating a woman that way, he wants her to change for the better. He wants the best for her. He sees the potential and he wants her to change for the better. And so what happens is he pressures her to change for him to fit whatever, ideals he have of her in her head. And it always going to backfire, because that's not who that woman wants to be. That's not where that woman want to be in life. I'm going to use the word slut and hoe interchangeably, but it's a difference between a slut and a hoe, technically. And I'm gonna break that down on the first podcast coming back. There's a big difference between a slut and a hoe. But for the sake of conversation tonight, you're going to hear me use these interchangeably, and it means the same thing: sleeping with multiple guys or living the bot life, or whatever you want to call it. When I say a lot of guys treat her better than she deserves, I mean give her a treatment that she doesn't want or she don't deserve it. Like, certain women don't deserve access to your finances, or certain women don't deserve access into your realm or access into your game room, or to be treated like a woman, or your wife or your girlfriend, and have that level of access to you. Certain women don't deserve that. And quite frankly, they don't want it because they don't want the responsibility that comes with that. And a lot of you guys do that, and it backfires on you. It applies to relationships. But what I'm more so talking about is in the beginning stages of when you out here in the dating game and you meeting women and you trying to get to know women or whatever you got going on. That's what I'm talking about. A lot of you guys are taking women on dates that don't deserve to go on no dates. And it's not that they don't want to go on dates, but they don't deserve to go on dates because everybody else running through them. And then here you come showing up, taking her on a date, thinking you're going to show her something different and thinking that's going to get you to respect. And it's not. A lot of you guys are losing like that. In the beginning stages, it's important that you are able to identify who's who so you can move accordingly. A lot of young guys on college campuses, they meet chicks and then they try to take them on dates. Even if the date is a, ice cream date or something cheap or whatever the case may be. And they wondering why the woman put them in the friend zone or put them in the boyfriend category, or, they trying to get laid. They trying to get their count up or whatever the case may be. And they going about it wrong because they dealing with those type of women in the wrong way. Now, I'm not saying that you like a woman and you want something to happen with her. I'm not saying that you shouldn't go on dates. But if you are out here dating casually, typically the only women who will, if you being straight up, typically the most women that's available to you or that's going to give you that type of airtime is women who's dating casually as well. And those are sluts and HOs, right? And so you have to treat those type of women accordingly, and taking those type of women on dates, spending a certain level of energy and time on those type of women, that's repulsive to them because they look at you like you're trying to wife them up and they don't want to be wifed up. Or if they're a bad person, they'll use you and make you a utility boyfriend. And that's when you're getting cheated on and all that shit. What made me realize this? I learned this when I was younger. When I was younger, I always thought I had a decent level of game. But of course, it wasn't nowhere near. But I thought I did in my mind. And I could do a little something, but I had my best friend. My best friend was a lot more confident than me, and he was a lot more assertive than me. So he got more. I got better, meaning I had the game to be able to get women to treat me really, really good and do things for me. And it's 4 of us. I'm like, bring me and my homie some lunch, and the chick go by everybody. Like, I had that type of game, but he would get more, but he was a lot more assertive, right? And so like I just was like, I would meet chicks, he'll meet chicks, but he'll be getting it in faster than me or more than me. And I used to be like, damn. But I never had my pride was too big to ask him. And he used to feel the same about me because I used to be, I had women, I used to get the chicks, I used to get their souls, but both of us had pride. And thinking back on it, had we put the pride to the side, man, we could have been, because I would have shared my game with him and he would have shared his game with me, and we could have been, you know what I'm saying? I could have leveled up. I ended up figuring it out, eventually I ended up figuring it out. But I didn't understand that you treat bops like bops. You treat sluts like sluts. Cause I'm trying to, I'm trying to fuck and do all this old shit, but I'm being not as assertive. I'm being cool. I'm being smooth, boyfriend type shit. And I wouldn't be able to close a lot of my shit like he was, like he was doing. You see what I'm saying? He bringing them to the crib, knocking them down. I'm bringing them to the crib. We sitting on the back porch talking, and she not trying to do this. She not trying to do that. I did my thing. Don't get it twisted, but he was running. But what he was able to do was he treated them like they wanted to be treated. They didn't want no fucking boyfriend or no nice guy. They didn't want that. Them chicks, and I'm talking about when we was younger, late teens, 18, 19 years old. Chicks then, they didn't want that type of shit. They was out trying to have their fun. And he was doing that. Knock them down, take their ass back to the crib. He was treating them how they want to be treated. No harm, no foul. And then I'm not saying to treat, again, that's not treating nobody bad. If a woman wants a certain thing from you and you give her that certain thing, which is casual fun, there's no harm, no foul. And so eventually, as I got into my early 20s, I figured that out. I ended up figuring it out. Okay, now I'm going to tell you what solidified this for me. When I got about 24 or 25, I started getting a lot of money. Now, I was always on I'm not taking no chicks on dates. I'm not doing no tricking. I always been like that. If I could show y'all songs that I got from when I was 18 years, I've always been how I'm right now. I ain't tricking on no partner. I've always been like that, right? So I always had the mentality, I'm not taking no chicks on no dates, no doing this, but I was still on had boyfriend. I'm thinking I'm being smooth player, suave, letting the chick think I'm different. I think that's what I'm doing in my mind, right? And so up until this point, I didn't never go. I was like, I'm not taking no broad on no motherfucking date. Like I ain't doing that. But the dudes that I was hanging with at the time, them niggas was tricks. All my homeboys was tricks. So they was doing like dates and they was doing fly shit. My homies that I was hanging with was doing fly shit, going out of town with chicks and shopping and fly restaurants and all that shit. And I started getting money. I wanted to be fly too. I wanted to go eat nice steaks and do all this shit and chill with the bra. So I started doing that. And what I saw was my close rate started to come down. I didn't stop doing that. But what I did was I started to be a lot more. I had to bring back the assertive part and mixed it with that. And then it went back up because I still was doing the dates because I was in the mind of I'm finna live my life and I'm finna do fly shit. I'm listening to Jay-Z. I'm listening to the Reasonable Doubt. Again, I done pulled that out because I'm older. I'm getting money now. So now I understand it. So I'm doing fly shit, eating at the best restaurants, presidential suites, driving foreign cars, Rolexes, jewelry, that type shit. So I'm on some fly shit. But when you living like that, women think the shit sweet, especially the type of women that you meet. They think that shit sweet and they think that you trying to impress them. And I'm not. I'm just being on some fly shit because I'm getting money. And so when I first started doing it, I started getting the whole, I like to take my time shit. But I was smarter then, so I gotta turn my Mac boots back up while I'm living like this. And so I end up fixing that problem real fast. But initially, that reinforced treat them how they deserve to be treated. Because what's happening is I'm meeting chicks that's 20, 21, 22. They ain't never been on no fucking restaurant before. And so here I am. She looked nice. I just want some fly shit on my arm. And so I'm taking her to a restaurant and she thinking it's sweet. She thinking I'm one of them and I ain't one of them. You see what I'm saying? And so I kind of had to frame my shit a little bit better and present myself a little different way while I'm living this type of shit and doing this type of shit. And that fixed that problem. But what that showed me was you can't treat certain people like that because that's not what they want, especially that type of lifestyle, luxurious shit. All women want to do that. But if she not used to that and she ain't never had that before and here you come doing it, it's not going the effect that you think it's having, it's not having it. So your ego gonna tell you, oh, well, I'm the first to do this and first to take her here and shit, so I'm gonna look like I'm the man and all that. That's not what that's doing. Because when you drop her off and when she get done, she gonna go back to fucking the dusty dude she been fucking anyway. You see what I'm saying? So you just making yourself look like a bigger sucker or a bigger trick because they think in their mind that you're trying to impress them, not knowing that this how you live. And you got to figure that out when you're talking to them. That's why I always tell you guys, pick up the phone. When you meet a woman, pick up the phone and talk to her for 30 minutes. You need to figure this type of shit out so you can figure out who she is before you go start doing that. I don't give a damn if it's a coffee date. A lot of them chicks that y'all taking on dates, ain't nobody never took them on a date. And so here you come being different. She gonna treat you different like she gonna treat you different. She gonna treat your ass like a boyfriend. Then you end up getting in a relationship with a bot because she think you like that. She think you a trick. She think you what they call them now, golden retrievers and all that. She think you one of them, and you're not on that. You understand what I'm saying? Now, again, we're not talking about a lady or a classy woman or we're not talking about that. We're talking about bops, thoughts, sluts, and HOs. If a woman ain't used to that and you doing that, I don't care if it's your intention. I don't care if you don't know. So if you're 19 and you want to meet a woman that's 18, more, don't take her on a date. It's not gonna have the effect. She's not gonna respect you more. She's not gonna look at you like, ooh, this dude is the boss right here. I mean, she may say that, but that don't translate to, ooh, I'm attracted to you sexually. She may say, oh, oh, this some fly shit. This dude the boss and whatever, and stroke your little ego, but that don't translate to, ooh, I'm sexually appeased by you. That don't translate to the same thing. People can only appreciate what they have the capacity to appreciate. People can only appreciate what they know. A dog ain't gonna appreciate a PlayStation 5. A dog is not gonna appreciate a Flintstone vitamin. A bop don't appreciate boyfriend energy. A slut don't appreciate boyfriend energy. Sluts don't appreciate dates. Sluts want to have casual fun. And when you do anything other than that, and you do anything and when you approach them any way other than that, it's repulsive to them because now you're giving her a responsibility of a girlfriend, which means she got to treat you right. She got to be honest. She got to stay in the house. She got to appease your emotions. She got to worry about your money. People who live in the casual lifestyle, they don't want those responsibilities. And so when you lead with that, that's what they're going to do. And that's the way they're going to put you. And also, women who doing the casual thing, sluts, they believe guys like that are weak. And so if they know if they give you some, you're going to start falling in love. You're going to start being too pushy. You're going to start being too wimpy. Now they got to worry about, they don't want to do that. So they typically give typically give the box to the guys who moving like they know what's up. They typically giving the box to the dudes that's players and they know what's up because they know that dude gonna hit it and quit it, and they could just have their fun and ain't gonna no bullshit involved. And so when you come in on this nice guy shit, it's not gonna work for you. And again, if that woman is of bad moral character, she's going to use and abuse you. Women who sluts, they're not emotionally available. So when you appear that way and trying to take them on dates and being romance, that's you basically communicating to her non-verbally or verbally that you want her to be emotionally available for you. And so it's repulsive. And so they slow down. But this the thing, sluts and players and fuck boys and hoes are human beings at the end of the day. And so they'll take the companionship and the friendship. Oh, this guy's nice. He's a friend. Or this is somebody I can talk to. Or that's somebody that can protect me. Or he'd make a nice boyfriend and I can use him. I can put him in a trick bag and I can use him. So you got to be careful. You got to treat a hoe like a slut. You have to. And again, that's not saying mistreat them. That's saying give them the casual fun that they're looking for. And you present yourself that way. That's all you got to do. If you're in college, you shouldn't be taking chicks on no dates. If you trying to have casual fun and you trying to get your bodies up and whatever, you shouldn't be taking them on dates. You shouldn't be doing dates. Now you should hop on the phone, chit chat, FaceTime, see what's happening, and then make it happen. Treat a hoe like a hoe. And I'm going to say it again. That does not mean that you're supposed to mistreat people, mistreat women, disrespect women, or be mean to women. That don't mean that. That means if she's casual and she wants casual fun, you give her that. You don't give her anything else because she don't deserve it. She ain't earned it. And more than often than not, she don't fucking want it. She don't want the responsibility of some emotional entanglement. So you treat her just like she is. Case closed. If you struggle getting dates, getting sex, or retaining women because you want a relationship or having a dating life you want, I can help you. I can help you get yourself attractive so that you can achieve the results you want. I can help you patch up those holes in your game and help you fix the areas that stall due to hesitation, not knowing how to text, or escalate. And I can do it for you in just 8 weeks. If you don't get your desired result, I'll work with you at no additional cost until you get your desired result. Click the link in the description or bio and hop on a free call with my team to see if it's a good fit for you.